Hi, welcome to Age the Okay, wait, one more time. You
Got this. Got this.
okay.
You were born for this.
Okay. Okay. Welcome to the AgeDEFY podcast. This is the member experience where I let the members tell you all about their AgeDEFY experience and why they love the AgeDEFY program and the AgeDEFY community. And we are now on episode 3, and episode 3 is with Lisa. And I'm so excited to introduce Lisa to you. Hi, Lisa.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for being here. So, Lisa, we start these interviews off, this podcast, these episodes off with who are you? Tell us all about you, your name, your age, where you live, how long you've been an AgeDefy member, and how you became an AgeDefy member. We want to know it all.
Yeah, sure. So, my name is Lisa, and I am 49, and I live in Pennsylvania. And I've been doing the Age Defy, the online live membership, almost a year and a half.
Mm.
And how I found you was through Facebook. You showed up in, I think, a video or like a reel or something like that. And I started following you. And I would say probably only a couple weeks, you offered a class to come to for people to try it out. And that was it. It was over. I was like, okay, I love this class. I love this woman. And I signed up then. And I've been in the coaching, the membership, the live membership monthly coaching ever since.
I
So that's
love
how I
it.
found you, and that's how it started.
A year and a half ago. And it's so funny because as I interview each one of you for these episodes, I'm realizing what brought us together. And I love that some of my ideas, my business ideas, are actually working. I put out a free class on Facebook. You chose to come to it. What made you come to it though? Like what was the deciding? Because didn't you tell me that you did see me come up on your Facebook for a little bit and then you finally chose to come to the
Yeah. I
class?
mean, you were doing some traveling when I
Mm.
found you. So some of your reels were talking about what you were doing on your trip. I think you were maybe doing a bike ride, or I don't remember because
Mm.
you were in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a little bit of lifestyle stuff and a little bit of fitness stuff, and I started to get more of a introduction to who you were. But what made me kind of captivated was you had this energy that was very strong, but it was also very like romantic. You had the mobility stick and you were doing a lot of movements. And I thought, oh, wow, that's really good. And I've seen other people use the mobility stick. And I thought, oh, I really want to try that. That looks so cool. And then very shortly after you offered that class, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go to that class.
And you even had a frozen shoulder when we first met. And so that
Mm-hmm.
class couldn't have been easy for you.
No, it wasn't. I'm still finishing up with the frozen shoulder. This is my second one. But that's something that I kind of learned from your class right from the very beginning was to show up and to do what I could and in a way that felt good for me. And that's the what I've been carrying through this whole time. But
Hmm.
of course, things have improved because I've been a year and a half now, so a lot's different, not just with my shoulder, but with the rest of me. But I still modify, I still adjust, I still tweak, I still do all these things, but it's going up and up and up.
Hmm. Hmm. And we never focused on your frozen shoulder either, really. I mean, even though you came in as an injured mover, I focused more on making the rest of your body healthy, strong. And then eventually you just, all of a sudden, I remember that class where you had both arms high over your head and we were all just cheering for you. Yeah, look at that. That is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, and a year and a half later, I love it. So I guess that leads us into our first interview question. What are your favorite Age Defy workouts?
Okay. So step flow.
Whoa, I
Step
didn't
flow.
see
I
that
know. I knew
coming.
you'd be surprised. I knew you'd be surprised. And it surprises me too. But I really like step class. Um, and I don't use the step
Hmm.
right now. I just follow the movements without the step. So I don't have a lot of the equipment. I did go out and get the mobility sticks. I think it was $5.
Hmm.
And sometimes I do have some bands that I use when we do class because my other one is it's posture training, which you do incorporate into pretty much all of the classes. I mean, there's not a single class where we're not talking about the thoracic and all of this, but I really like posture training, and then mobility flow.
That's
So those
everyone.
are my top three. And and yeah, it's just and not every day is the same for me. You know,
Right.
I'm living with type 1 diabetes, and I forgot to mention that when you asked about my background, but you know this. And some days are better for me. Some days I don't have a lot of energy that I can access. And I just show up and do what I can. And sometimes it's different every time. So I just work with what I have. But also, I'm the kind of person that needs a little bit of a push. So it's good because, you know, I can let you know, like, hey, this is where I'm at. And then you can kind of
hmm
work with me
I,
during
I
class.
I think I do a nice job with all of you. I baby you, but I also and nurture you and coddle each person in their injuries and how they're feeling. But I'm also like, but we got this. We got this. We can do
And
this.
it's a nice mix because I don't
hmm
do well with either extreme.
hmm
Because if you're too easy, I won't do it. I mean, I'll just, you know, sort of, I'll just too much half-ass it. And if you're too hard, it's for me, it just doesn't resonate. So there's a nice balance there.
We found that. And I
And
think the reason why we found that is because we've been able to talk. And I do think that's what sets the online studio that we are a part of against the rest, because I do believe that there's a power when the coach and the student know each other. And
yes.
after every class, I offer what's called after class coaching. And Lisa sticks around a lot of the times, and we get to talk about what she's feeling and what she's going through. And during those times, we get to know each
Yes,
other.
but even this though, Don, now just even before class, I can drop a little note in the chat and say, you know, I'm not able to stay the whole class. I have somewhere to go, or I can drop a note and say, you know, my lower back is out, or whatever it is. I can set my blood sugar is poor, really poor today,
Mm-hmm.
and and it kind of just is a little piece of information in the back of your head because you know your students, you know us. And so when you're putting together class and you're seeing, okay, these are the students that showed up, and this is, you know, this person's doing great, they just got over something, and then Lisa's telling me she's got this going on, that is going in your head as class is unfolding. It's not as
Mm-hmm.
if you come to class and say, this is what we're doing today, sink or swim. And you know, it's like, okay, this is what I had in mind, how's everybody doing?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just, and then there's the after class coaching so
You
that
know,
we can review how it went.
I really love that you mentioned the before class coaching, because I do think that plays an important role, because people do my videos, my Patreon videos and my online videos, but what they're doing is me teaching to you. They're doing the class that I'm teaching to you, to the people that showed up that day. I'm teaching to those bodies. Yes, it's called chi flow. Yes, it's called mobility flow. Yes, it's called flow motion, but I'm actually teaching to the people that were in that class that day. And so I do think that before class moment is part of the formula that's very important to us.
Yeah, I can just drop a little message in the chat. I don't have to, you know, we don't have to take a lot of time to not get started, but I can also just throw that in there.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
So
Well, that's awesome. That's my favorite part of the workout now. So what's our next question? How do you use your membership? Can we talk about that? And
yeah,
what membership are
so
you on?